everyone. Welcome back to the Holiday Shop. Today, I am so overjoyed to introduce to you Kara from the Rosary Potter. Am I pronouncing your name right?
Yes,
Is it Kara or Kara?
Kara.
Kara, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
You're certainly welcome. So great to bring on another great Catholic business, Catholic creator. So why don't we just open it up and you can tell the viewers a little bit about yourself?
Okay, sure. Thank you. And I just want to say thank you to you as well for your ministry and offering this to Catholic shops. It means a lot. And thank you for doing that.
You're welcome.
So my name is Kara and I live in Newark, Delaware. I'm married and I have 3 children. I started working in banking, in the banking field in marketing several years ago before I had my children. And then I stayed home with my children. Probably over the past 18 years, I've been home with them. And my oldest just went to college last year, which is when I really started adding more things to my shop. My shop originally opened in 2016, my Etsy shop, when my youngest daughter was making her Holy Communion. And I had purchased clay rosaries for my older children, and I kind of wanted her to have the same kind. It was a little decade rosary, and but I wasn't able to find that, so I thought maybe I could make her one. So, and handmade things are more meaningful anyway. And I had worked with salt dough as a teenager, and I made salt dough ornaments. So I kind of, and the thing that I researched after finding out about polymer clay is I liked it because it doesn't dry out and you can leave your work out and then go back to it. And with having a family, that made it easy to step aside and then go back to do it. So that's really how I started. And the name, the Rosary Potter, was inspired from Jeremiah 18. He is the potter, we are the clay. And I love that because I think even as Christians and Catholics that we're always developing and learning and growing, and it's just a constant conversion, I believe, especially with the Catholic faith. I love it because there's always more to learn. So that's where the name came from. So the original rosaries, I'll try to hold this up for you. This is the one that I actually made for my daughter for her Holy Communion. And all of the beads are handmade. And so it took me a while to figure out how to do that because the design goes all the way through. And the way
there's actually different designs on each bead, isn't there?
Right. Well, it's the same design. So I'll show you. What you do is you start out with a design of clay, and it's about this big around, and then you reduce it down. So, and the design is on the inside like this. And then you make it into a long log like this, and then it becomes smaller. Here's a different design with the Eucharist in the clay, and eventually it gets to a long roll, and then you cut it. So when you cut, this same design is going through all the beads.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So then from there you can bake them, and so that's kind of the process with that. So I started with that, and then I also did some decade rosaries as well that I do still have in my shop, and I can personalize them. And this is Saint Dymphna, and it's a little decade, and these are also made from clay, and I added gold leaf into the clay, which I love because it just adds that extra sparkle to it.
And
beautiful. These are nice. Yeah, I really, a lot of the items in my shop are with the saints and devotion to the saints, and those always make nice gifts too. And because I can personalize them, I can put someone's name in them, I can put a particular saint in there, and then this has the Saint Dymphna medal on the bottom.
So remember, everyone out there, these gifts can be customized. Reach out to Kara right on the Etsy shop or through her Instagram page, message her. I wanted to put out there that with the code HOLIDAYSHOP, Kara has been so gracious. She's offering a 15% discount for the items in her Etsy shop. So thank you so much for that.
Oh, you're welcome. That'll go through November. So yes, just put the holiday shop code right into the Etsy page.
Terrific.
In addition to the clay rosaries, one thing I also started doing, and this is more recently, but I started making memorial bracelets out of dried flowers from a funeral or a wedding to kind of commemorate a special occasion. And again, just having a meaningful something to remember someone by. And these are elastic, so they're very easy to put on, but this is kind of what they look like. And someone can mail the flowers to me and then I dry them. You don't even have to dry them. I'll dry them for you. And this is for your art. So it's a rosary bracelet. So here's your Our Father. And then I've always had the 10 beads for the Hail Marys.
Now, what type of beads do you use in that bracelet?
So these are handmade beads as well from clay. And what I do is I take the dried flowers and I mix some translucent clay with some pearl clay. And then if someone wants a particular color, maybe to match the flower color or a favorite color of the person, then I can mix in that. And it almost gives it like a little bit of a translucent pearl look. And then I glaze them afterwards to kind of give them a shine.
So beautiful and so unique to give somebody something like that, so special. And I just love on your site, because all of this started with the rosary. Your business kind of bloomed out of that. So even on a rosary, even one rosary, excuse me, alone can do miracles. That's what you have on your site in your life and in the world.
Yes.
So remember, keep praying those rosaries. And how wonderful to have something like that around your wrist. It has those special flowers from whatever occasion they might have been from. And you have that memory. And I love the way you said too, the Blessed Mother is there to comfort us and to be with us.
Yes, yes. And also, so if someone has, say, a grandson or something, I've also had requests for like a car rosary, which, you could hang even like a decade rosary from the car. So anyway, any special requests. Sometimes people come up with things that I would have never thought of. And I love that because that's how some of the new products have been added to my shop. So, so I wanted to say that really in the past few years, back in 2016 is really kind of when I started even praying the rosary. I'm a cradle Catholic, but I didn't really grow up praying the rosary. So I really had to learn how to pray it. And the place I learned to pray it was through MaryTV. I'm not sure if you know about MaryTV.
You know what? I saw it mentioned on your site and I have not. So can you tell us a little bit about them?
So MaryTV, their website is marytv.tv. And they've been on over 15 years now, at least. And so their technology has developed. But over the years, they would pray the rosary live at 10 a.m. Every day. And so it became easier for me to do it that way because you're following along with someone. And I know on Instagram now, there's a lot of people that are able to do that. It's really nice. And especially for new people that are just learning it. So that's really how I started praying it. And what they do is they have live cameras that are in Medjugorje, and they have different cameras set up in different areas at Cross Mountain, at the Blue Cross, and they'll even have live adoration at times. So with the time difference, I think it's around 11 p.m. at night here. You can turn it on and they'll have live cameras and they'll have live adoration with thousands of people there and that you can join in with. And I just think it's a really wonderful cause that they have. And so that's kind of how I started. And so from the beginning, and I still, give a donation to MaryTV. So 10% goes to MaryTV, just to support them. And since then, they've been able to build a radio or a television station there. So they do interviews with people and they talk about their conversions. They have so many different things on their website. So
fantastic. I'm going to have to check that out, and I will link that link as well to MaryTV in the description in this video too. So thank you.
That would be nice. Yes, that would be great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
So if you fast forward, then I kind of took a break a little bit after things got a little busier with my family. And so I was still selling the rosaries, and I would kind of get special requests. But it wasn't really till last year when my oldest daughter went to college that I was able to put more time into it. And really, I just think it was an inspiration from the Holy Spirit, because as I had become more devoted to the rosary, I had the idea of developing rosary candles, because I always liked lighting a rosary or lighting a candle while praying the rosary. And since I couldn't remember, I remember not being able to remember the mysteries while I was praying it. I wanted a candle for each mystery that would have all the mysteries written on it, so you had something to refer to. And then each candle for each mystery has a different scent. So each day, you can light a different candle. And so I have one here, and I'll show you the packaging, but they're about 4 ounces and they're 100% soy. And so on the front here is where all the mysteries are listed.
I like the fact that they're right there. So as you're lighting, you could always turn that candle too. So you as you're praying, can meditate on those. Now, each of those candles dedicated to each of the mysteries has a different scent. Could you quickly just tell us what the different scents are for each of the mysteries?
Oh, sure. Yes, absolutely. And this is the packaging that they come in a box.
Beautiful.
And this card right here gives you all the scents for each mystery with an explanation of them. So let me just put my glasses on. The joyful is cactus flower and lily. The sorrowful is white tea. And the description of the scents is on the card, and it's also on the website. If you go to the second photo, it'll give you a description of the scents. The glorious is vanilla blossom, and the luminous is Asian pear and lily. So I wanted to find different scents that you don't always find in candles. And I did recently have a fall scented candle set, which I'll pull out again for next year, but it's nice having that as an alternative as well.
Fantastic. I just can imagine what a great gift this makes to have all of those different candles, the 4 candles, as you're saying the rosary each day, and you can light them and meditate and then be filled with that aroma too as you're praying. Beautiful. So that's a perfect gift.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, they make great teacher gifts and Mother's Day. And what the other thing I found just from talking to people is nice is and if so many people, maybe you want to give them a rosary, but they already have so many rosaries. So this is a nice gift for someone who is particularly devoted to the rosary, and your grandmas that have the 10 rosaries laying in every room of the house. This is something different for them. So I liked that.
What a perfect gift to bring as you're visiting other homes for the holidays too. Wouldn't this make a great gift as you enter in the door and you have this beautiful set of candles? So
yes, housewarming gift, right? So really, after I did the rosary candles, is just I wanted my business to be promoting the rosary, really, just because I believe it is such a powerful tool and weapon in our faith. And even you've heard of conversions that people have had who've not been with the Catholic faith, that it's the gospel on a chain. And so anyone that may not even be Catholic, is able to pray it. So, and part of evangelizing and having conversations with people is that's why I started developing like some of the apparel that I have, because it is hard to strike up a conversation sometimes. And sometimes when you're wearing something and you're out, I find that you'll have people that may not be going to church. They may have fallen away from their faith, but they'll have a family member or someone, and they'll say to you, oh, my grandmother prays the rosary, or, I used to go to church. I should really get back. And, you have people say that to you, and then it really sparks that conversation. And I love that, because that may have not happened if you weren't wearing something that from someone that doesn't know you.
Yes, and it's that visible sign. It's that message that speaks for itself. Just like you have on the website saying, spread the reason for the season. And you're wearing it right there, that beautiful sweatshirt that you have on right now.
Oh, yes, this is new. So this is Merry Christmas, right? So it's Mary and then Christ and then Mass. And again, this was just something different that I love to wear during the holidays, and just to say Merry Christmas, right? Because we got away from that for a long time. And even if someone says, Happy Holidays to you, I like to respond with Merry Christmas.
Exactly. Now that is available in a couple of different colors.
Yes, it's available in a red as well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes, the red and the green. And this is kind of like, I guess, maybe like a sage green. So it's a little bit different than your traditional, but
and it looks very cozy. It's a polyester and cotton blend.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Mm-hmm. So it is. Yes, it's very soft on the inside, and they're a little bit oversized because they're unisex size, so they fit well and they're comfortable. They're not necessarily like a smaller ladies fit. They're more unisex, so they are comfortable and good in size.
Yes, it really looks like it's a soft, a very, very breathable fabric, but warm. And I like the onesies. Those onesies, when I pulled up your site that you have behind you, I just love so many of the sayings on there. They're adorable.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh, it's 100% cotton rib, and it's comfortable and secure for newborns and toddlers. So look at some of these designs. I just love it. Cradle Catholic. I love that with the stork with the holding the rosary.
Yes. So I like to incorporate humor as well into some of my products. And not that this one is humor, but it's more cute. And I have a pink one as well. So there's most of my designs will be for boy and girl. So there's one with the pink rosary. And then there's also the godparent. My godfather loves me. My godmother loves me. So perfect gift for a godparent to give to their godchild at baptism or Christmas, and these are, it just changed the color with the boy or the girl for the rosary. A lot of them are just cute little animals, holding the rosary.
And it says too, my godmother or godfather loves me, Barry, as a bear. But do you happen to have the one, I just loved it, Jesus loves me a latte? Do you have that there? I love that. It was so cute. I happen to love lattes, and that was so cute.
Yes.
Adorable.
Yes, I love lattes too. I should make a sweatshirt with this, right?
Yes, yes.
Not just for the babies.
Now, what is the size range?
So they go all the way from 3 to 6 months up to 12 months. I may eventually add in like the 2T sizes, but right now those are the sizes that they come in, and they're 100% cotton. So they're very soft, and even though I thought about doing the long sleeve, but I stuck with the short sleeve just because you're selling to different parts of the country. In some areas it's warmer even during the winter months, and these would look nice as well with like a little red sweater over top. And so, babies are getting hot and cold, so you're always taking the sweaters on and off. So, and this is a Christmas one that I just like to incorporate the rosary in there. So the stars holding the rosary.
Beautiful.
And this has a reindeer holding a rosary. Merry Christmas.
Love it, Kara. Love it. So unique. Every creator puts their own special stamp, their original design on these. So if anybody has missed all of the holiday shops that I have been doing, go to the playlist, the holiday shop, and you can catch up on all of the creators, even from last season, because this is my second year doing this series. So please, let's support great Catholic businesses and give those original gifts that you can't just walk in any store and find.
I also have other items that are made from clay. These ornaments that are made out of clay, and each one has a different saint. There's a lot of different saints on there. Our popular
Padre
ones,
Pio.
Padre Pio and Saint John Paul II. And they're painted with gold here, and they're about size 3x3, about my palm here. And then I put a glaze on top as well to give it a little bit of shine and sparkle with the lights on the tree.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, so a lot of things are with the saints, and here's the saint jewelry as well. With this is handmade clay with Carlo Acutis here, and his name is here as well. So some of them I have a name bracelet that goes with it. For example, like this is black onyx, this is Saint Michael, and then I have Defend Us. So I liked incorporating the sayings on your wrist, kind of as a reminder of our faith.
Now those are stretchable, Kara. Do they stretch?
Yes, they're stretchable. So most of them are also one size fits all, but if someone has a special request, of course, if they want it a little larger or smaller, I can always do that. And each of the ornaments also come in a gift box as well. Beautifully
wrapped.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, what is the time frame for ordering? As we know, we can't guarantee arrival at Christmas, but to play it safe out there, of course, we would love to have the orders in as soon as we can, because it's limited on some of these items in stock.
Yes. So some of the items, like my mugs and some of the t-shirts, come from my vendor that prints them. So that is a little bit more out of my control as well with the mailing times. So those, especially the mugs and the t-shirts and the apparel. So the onesies I can pretty much do quickly because I do them here myself. But the other apparel you would want to probably order, I would think by the 10th at least of December, just to make sure that everything would get there for you on time.
Okay, great. And remember that coupon code HOLIDAYSHOP, which will run all of the way through the end of November.
Yes.
So that'd be great to get in your order. Relieve some of that stress that Christmas shopping can put on us. And
enjoy Advent.
Yes, exactly. And then take advantage of the savings that Carol was so gracious to give us with that 15% off.
The last thing I just wanted to show is actually not on my website, but it's kind of a new reveal, and I'm wearing them. But these are saint earrings. So they're the same size as the bracelet charm, but they're saint. I don't know if you can see.
Yes.
This is Divine Mercy. So these will be added this week to the shop, and I just love them because they're black and white and they match everything.
And it looks so nice and light. Are they in a silver tone?
They're just polymer clay, so it's just a white polymer clay. And then the way I transfer the image onto the clay before I bake it, and then there's a glaze that goes on top of that to make it more secure and to make it last. But they're very lightweight. So and there's just a little silver hook, and then there's a little plastic clasp behind there so that they don't fall out.
Wonderful. You've thought about everything, Kara.
Thank you.
Everything. A one-stop shopping here on the Holiday Shop with all these different items. You mentioned to me when we corresponded perfect gifts, and you can just talk about them a little bit for religious in our life, our priests.
Yes.
And what are some suggestions that you might have?
So a lot of these have been selling these for priests. Some white collar jobs are harder than others. And even for those studying to enter the priesthood. And I have these in a dark skin as well. And just some other humor this is the rosaries cheaper than therapy.
Mm.
And Saint Mother Angelica is a favorite of mine. And I just love her humor. And so this one also is, if it weren't for people, we could all be holy.
Leave it to Mother Angelica. She said it like it was. Yes.
Right. And for the religious sisters, this one has two nuns here, and the one's saying to the other, "So what are you wearing tomorrow?"
I love your rosary tees, because it's the first time that I've seen on a t-shirt she has for each. There it is. Okay, good. Kara, can you show that to us and
Yes.
let us see?
So these are on the website as well, and these are each mystery is in a different color. And again, the idea was, you can wear this one on a certain date, right? You're sorrowful on your Tuesdays and Fridays, and joyful Monday and Saturday, and so forth. So for not as only as a reminder to yourself about that mystery, to be able to meditate on it throughout the day, but also evangelizing to others as well. And here is the mysteries are on the back.
That is what I love. Yes, to have it there, I think that's beautiful. Can you imagine someone behind you in line at the store reading? That would be a perfect conversation starter. Somebody might say, well, maybe they're not of the faith, and they don't know anything, and they ask you, and it opens that door. All of these beautiful items can open that door, like Kara said, to just evangelize. So kind of think about that too, as you are wearing these items, that what is kind of that gentle lead in so that you can share. That's what we're all called to do, right?
Yes. Yes, this just makes it a little bit easier.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for your ministry. This is what great Catholic businesses are doing with their business, is trying to share the faith.
Yes, and I love the community that I've been able to meet just through the platforms, and just asking if people have prayer intentions, and just, you really develop a personal relationship, which I love. And that's what keeps me doing it. And it really doesn't feel like work, right? And the opportunity to meet other people and, spread the gospel. So, people really enjoy, and I think like the personal touch when they know that you can pray, you're actually praying for them. So yes. I like to offer that as well.
I have your site pulled up here. So everyone go to her Etsy shop, The Rosary Potter, and take a look at so many of these items. Of course, we couldn't share every single one here with the time that we have, but you have so many unique and beautiful items. And so I wish you happy holidays and blessings to you for continued fruitfulness of your ministry.
Thank you. The same for your ministry as well.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And everyone, go to those links below so that you can tap into the Rosary Potter. So until next time, God bless, peace and love.